Well, good morning. It is Friday, October 8th, and we have gathered for a morning devotion. And today's devotion is called Human Affairs. Not only do we see the Jewish understanding of God evolve under evolving circumstances, we also see their understanding of human affairs mature. For example, to immature minds, there are two kinds of leaders: those who have been set in place by God and those who haven't been. The former deserves absolute obedience, since to disobey them would be to disobey God. But in the Bible, we see the simplistic thinking change. Moses, for example, was God's anointed leader, and people were indeed urged to obey him. And yet they were punished when they didn't. Yet when Moses had made mistakes of his own, he got no special treatment. The same with Saul, and the same with even David. All leaders are accountable, and none can claim absolute authority. And so this, is kind of a relevant subject to our days. So there's a couple of churches. One of them is Mars Hill in Seattle that has a crisis of leadership. The leadership was demanding. The leadership wanted everybody to know that they were in charge and they were the absolute authority on all things. And it led to this whole garbage pile of stuff. See, the problem with that type of leadership, and in particular that case, is there was no accountability towards the leader. The leader could do whatever they want. They were the founding member of this church. The leaders could do what they wanted without question. So I'm thankful in our denomination we have our leadership team and our staff parish and our finance team and those who sit on those committees. They hold me accountable for what I decide to do, what I want to do, and sometimes what I want to do I don't always get, but there's an accountability aspect there. When I screw up, they let me know, in a loving way, hopefully, but there's an accountability for all leaders. And if you are in a situation at work or at home or in church or whatever, you need to take that into account. How is the leadership accountable? Or is it just they are in charge and that's just the bottom line? That's not a healthy leader. And you can see by the example he uses Moses. Moses was the leader chosen by God since birth. And everybody worshiped him. Everybody listened to what he says, but he screwed up and God punished him just like he punished everybody else. Ultimately, our authority rests and is given to us by God. And so we should be accountable for things. Friends, if I've ever offended you in any way for my leadership, let me know. I can always do better. But we thank God that authority and the people of this church hold each other accountable for the decisions we make. Go forth this day in the peace and love of Christ.